Hi, Laura DiGiulio, NKT practitioner. I'm going to show you a drill, two of them actually, for helping you find all of the positions of the pelvis, specifically anterior pelvic tilt and posterior pelvic tilt. So maybe not all, two of them, three of them, because I'm also going to help you find pelvic neutral by moving in and out of anterior pelvic tilt. So anterior pelvic tilt is when your pelvis is dropped forward and your butt is sticking out. Posterior pelvic tilt happens when you squeeze your glutes really hard and flatten the back or flatten the butt. Both of those are normal positions that the pelvis should be able to move in and out of. It's when we get stuck in one or the other that we start to have problems. So when you can find anterior pelvic tilt and find posterior pelvic tilt, you can also find neutral, because the neutral space is the space in between. The ability to move in and out of these positions of the pelvis are part by the intrinsic core, transversus abdominis specifically, which is one of the abdominal muscles that helps to tilt the pelvis from anterior to a more neutral position. And the glute muscles. The glute muscles, when you squeeze your butt really hard, helps to tuck the tail under or flatten the low back. And so both of those things need to be able to happen in order for us to function and move well. I'm going to show you a drill to find that in lying down and one when you're standing. And so the standing variation you can do in lots of different situations. This video actually comes from a suggestion from Andy and Maria. Hi Andy, hi Maria, in Switzerland. And they suggest I call it the butt clench in everyday situations video. Certainly we can call it that. You can absolutely do the standing variation when you are waiting in a line or waiting for a bus. It's a really great time to just become aware of the position of your pelvis and the tendencies that you tend to fall into when you're standing or moving. If you have questions, certainly post them in the comments below. Thanks so much.
While lying down, firm up the belly, pulling the belly button in towards the spine and gently contracting the glutes to bring the pelvis into posterior pelvic tilt, decreasing the space between your back and the floor. And then release, allowing the pelvis to dip forward, tightening up some of those deep hip flexors, and increasing the space between your low back and the floor. You can repeat this same action while in standing up against a wall, pulling the belly in, squeezing the glutes to decrease the space between the wall and the low back, and then reversing that. Find that position between those two actions to find your pelvic neutral.